Good morning guys, I'm Captain Dima Saber, Royal Jordanian Airlines. Today I'm going to fly you to Aqaba along with my dear second in command, Mr. Hagab Taranyan.
Good morning.
Aqaba is one of my favorite destinations. Why? Because it's a challenging airport. You have high terrain, also there's no radar at the airport, and we're gonna fly at a relatively low altitude, so you get to see the beautiful Jordan from above. With this beautiful, today we have a nice visibility. So Mr. Hago, you're going to fly us back?
Yeah, I'm going to fly you back, and Captain Dima is going to fly you to Aqaba. I'm also going to walk you around the airplane to show it to you in Aqaba.
We're gonna enjoy it, we're gonna have fun, and you will love it, guys.
We're gonna have fun.
Let's go.
Enjoy it. Let's go.
Good morning, go ahead.
Jordan 86 Alpha, stand north 03, request to copy our ATC clearance to Aqaba.
Inshallah, to Aqaba Bay 26 right, to follow Lucille 6 Delta, flight level 150, code 1101.
Your destination runway 26 right, Lucille 6 Delta, climb flight level 150, squawk 1101, Jordanian 86 Alpha.
Correct, thank you.
So 1101 is set, 150 is set, and Lucille 6 Delta is set.
Checked.
Okay. So regarding our zero fuel weight today, 34080, zero fuel weight is 33607, confirmed?
Confirmed.
I will set it 33067. Confirm?
33607.
33607. We sign usually the logbook after we are done with the walk around. We make sure everything is okay. The B defects or any small defects that's a go item is okay for me, then I sign the logbook. We make sure of the transit check, it should be valid for 36 hours. We make sure also for the pre-flight checks is okay, everything is okay and it's acceptable for me. It's very important to double check the zero fuel weight, both of us, okay, because you cannot get this wrong. It's very important during the calculation. We both do the calculation to make the error zero. We don't accept any errors. That's why we are two in the cockpit. We check everything and we double check everything.
Okay, FMS cross check, thank you.
Thank you. So let's check the speeds, please. So I get the flight plan with me here and I have to check everything. Crew 6 7 8. Passengers, we have 42 passengers today, total of 50. So we check it's RJ304, Echo Mike Bravo, Lima Al Saber, We check the dry operating weight, 29980, exactly the same. We check the takeoff fuel, 4980, and we check also the chip fuel, which is 1220, okay? And we check the Mach takeoff, 18.6. All acceptable for me, so it is approved. Okay, so I'll double check with you. قديش takeoff weight والله هاكم؟
It's 38,587.
Mach takeoff?
16.8.
16.8.
I'll check the load sheet again after you.
Yes, he double checked the load sheet again after me. This is for the calculations of the speeds according to our weight. We both do it and then we cross-check it with each other's. Wind today is 260, 8 knots, and we have outside temperature of 21, QNH 1012, and then it's optimal. Takeoff technique is going to be normal with ECS on, and takeoff weight is going to be 39,000.
Okay, load sheet was checked.
And run. Okay. 152. شوف لي طلع لنا شوي اختلاف.
So 26 right, dry 26005. They went, and temperature 21. 1012 kLh.
Yeah. Usually on the Embraer, the APU, it takes fuel from the right fuel tank. That's why usually on ground, when the engines are not running, the right fuel tank gets lower fuel quantity than the left fuel tank. That's why we put the cross feed on low 2, this to equalize the fuel and balance it between both. We do it manually. It's better and it's recommended. Now I check the speeds, and Hagob checked the speeds with himself at his iPad, and he's cross-checking that I put the right speeds. صح Hagob?
Yeah.
Right? So 85 point target طلع معك.
Yeah.
85.6.
So we have takeoff thrust mode, takeoff 2, 85.6 for the N1 target. 41 is the flaps 1 checked, set on the MCDU. Stabilizer trim is 0.7 up. Checked. V1 128, VR 131, V2 136, and 184 for the VFS.
Great.
Cross checked.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So everything is set, and we have all of the papers with us and the documents checked and ready for the briefing, Hagob?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So standard briefing, aircraft technical status is checked, logbook is checked. We are aware of the latest FOL and OBs, nothing new. Okay, today we're going to expect runway 26 right for departure. It's Lucille 6 Delta 150, squawk 1101. We're going to check Lucille 6 Delta departure later on. We're at North 03. Today we're going to push back facing to the east. Wind is no factor. Okay, it's 2608 knots. So after that we expect to vacate via Juliet, then to taxi via Juliet, then to the right on hotel for runway 26 right. Okay.
Yeah.
ECS will be on. And as of a threat today, we have on the NOTAMs bird migration. So that's why it's better to, as per company policy, to follow noise abatement departure 1. We will have a lower speed, and we will vacate the bird zone, congestion zone, which is around up to 3,000 feet very quickly. So it's better. So today is going to be, I'll do it 157. Okay. So it's going
V2
to be
plus 20.
Yes, V2 plus 20. So NADP 1, and this is for departure. For our SID today, Lucille 6 Delta. Okay, 20-3 Echo, RNAV SID. We are approved for RNAV 1 GNSS. GPSs are working normally, and we check the GPS. Transition altitude, it's dated 20-3 Echo, dated 22 of February.
Correct.
2019. Airport elevation 2,395, 2,400 we have. Okay, if unable to comply with the altitude speed restrictions, advise ATC on startup. We are able. Expect non-standard departure if after departure turn left or right to Quebec Alpha Alpha VOR as appropriate to enter Quebec Alpha Alpha VOR holding pattern, advise ATC immediately.
Checked.
And this is in case of we are unable. So speed maximum 250 below 10,000. This is according to, and kindly to follow me for Lucille 6 Delta, runway 26 right, climb on 256 track to Alpha India 601. Then we will turn left direct to Alpha India 088. Turn right 182 track to Lucille. Okay. Alpha India 601, maximum speed 230 at or above 3,300. Then Alpha India 088 at or above 7,000. Then Lucille, flight level 150 or above with speed maximum 250.
Checked.
Okay. As for the emergency briefing, any malfunction before V1, I will call stop or go. In case of stop, I will carry out necessary stopping action. You will
call out ground spoilers, reverse green. I'll cancel oral warning. Contact ATC at 60 knots. I'll set flaps to 5.
Yes, because it's Embraer 195. Once we come to a complete full stop, parking brake is set on. Okay, and cabin crew at stations. Then we will deal with our emergency.
In case of go or any malfunctions after V1, no actions will be taken before 1,000 feet and flap 0 except check thrust. At positive climb, I'll confirm positive climb and gear up. For engine failure, fire severe damage or separation.
Yes, 400. I will set heading and bank. 1,000. Flat level change and autopilot on. Accelerate. Clean up the flaps. Flap 0.
I will set speed to VFS because it's V2 plus 20.
Yes, exactly. And at flap 0, set power continuous. Then bank off, and also then we will do memory items if there's any memory items after takeoff checklist, then applicable abnormal checklist. In case we have to come back and land, we are below our maximum landing weight.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions or anything to add?
No, but as a special consideration, the SID requires GPS, so in case of GPS outage, we have to ask for heading.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Great.
During taxi out, we will have the sun directly into our face, so let's take care.
Yes, we'll do now. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
ضيوفنا الكرام، أسعد الله أوقاتكم بكل خير. معكم الكابتن ديما الصابر بالنيابة عن الملكية الأردنية وتحالف العالم الواحد، وزميلي الطيار هاكوب تورينيان، المضيفة المسؤولة الآنسة أمل، وبنيابة عن بقية أفراد الطاقم أود الترحيب بكم أجمل الترحيب على متن طائرتنا إمبراير 195 والمتجهة بحول الله ورعايته إلى مطار الملك الحسين طيب الله ثراه في العقبة. تستغرق رحلتنا اليوم مدة 40 دقيقة نحلق فيها على ارتفاع 18,000 قدم. الطقس خلال الرحلة جيد، وسأتحدث إليكم لاحقا بعد الإقلاع لأخبركم بآخر أخبار الطقس في العقبة وموعد الوصول المحدد. كل ثقة أعزائي بأنكم ستستمتعون برحلتكم معنا اليوم. شكرا لاختياركم الملكية الأردنية. Our dear lovely guests, good morning. It's your Captain Dimas Saber talking to you. On behalf of Royal Jordanian Airlines, One World Alliance, and my colleague pilot Hagop Soranian, our flight manager Miss Amar, and on behalf of the rest of the crew members, I would like to welcome you on board our Embraer 195 bound to King Hussein International Airport at Aqaba. Our flight time today is going to be 40 minutes. We'll be cruising at 18,000 feet. The weather during the flight is nice, and I shall talk to you later after departure in order to advise you with the latest weather at Aqaba and arrival time. I'm very sure, my dears, that you're going to enjoy your flight with us today. Thank you for choosing Royal Jordanian Airlines. Talk to you later. Thank you very much. Okay, good. Let's go.
Basically, we received a drop on the payload, so they produced a new load sheet. We had to just check it again.
Let me check it with you.
Fuel weight. It also changed the center of gravity of the airplane, so we have to run the performance analysis again.
Yes, again. It's edition 2. Same 39.
16.1.
Okay, yeah. 0.8 up. Checked.
Set. Okay.
Great. Okay. Let's have before start down to the line, please.
Okay, coming up. Before start checklist, passenger science panel.
Set on.
Pressurization panel.
Is set.
Oxygen masks.
Checked.
Checked. Flight instruments.
Flight instruments. We have 1012 reading 2340. Roll takeoff source my side with runway heading 256 FMS1 FMS2. Your side 128 131 136 184. Roll takeoff cross checked.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
Before start checklist down to line.
Thank you very much. Ground from cockpit.
Crossfeed is set off.
Ground. Park and brake is released. Confirm you have green lights. Okay. Below the line, please.
Okay, before start checklist, below the line, fuel quantity.
Checked on board. We have 5,200. Distribution checked, and check with the flight plan. For the flight plan, we need check with the flight plan. We need 5240.
Okay, 5,200 distribution
kilograms.
Checked. And MCDU.
Set and cross check.
Trim panel.
0.8 up 00 set.
Doors and windows.
Closed. Closed.
Closed.
Closed. And closed.
Red beacon.
On.
Park and brake.
Released.
Before start checklist complete.
Okay, ground from cockpit.
Yes,
Clear to start one.
clear to start.
Starting one. So, timing. Within 8 seconds we should have pressure. Oil pressure rising up.
Checked.
And 2.
Fuel flow.
Check timing. Within 1 minute we should have ITT rising for Embraer 195. Okay, 50% N2 with the 33 seconds. Okay, normal start number 1, starting 2. Okay, you have to start number 2. Check.
Cabin's ready.
With the Embraer, it's unlike the other airplanes. We should guard the engine in case of any malfunction.
Fuel flow.
We have to shut down the engine manually. The FADIC only shut down the engine automatically on certain cases, but it doesn't cover all the cases. So we should monitor manually and be ready for any malfunction to shut down the engine manually. Yes, ground. Roger. 2 normal engine start. Parking brake is set. Confirm you have clean red lights. Okay, we have 2 normal engine start. Please disconnect. Show me hand signal. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Allah يسلمك. Please set takeoff flaps 1.
Flaps 1 is set.
And APU off.
APU is set up. 10-1 target 85.8 within the mid-shaft.
Flight controls. Full up. Neutral. Full down. Neutral. Ailerons. Full left. Neutral. Full right. Neutral. Steer is off. Follow me with the rudder please. Full left. Neutral. Full right.
Queen ground صباح الخير Jordan 610.
Jordan 610 صباح الورد.
Let's wait. For the steer off. Okay, I can give them
South 26 with total 142 ready for ATC clearance.
610 to destination 26 left call D1 Quebec. Flight level 150 code 0706.
One is set.
Flight control.
0706 in the squawk. Initially flight level 150 code D1 Quebec Jordanian 610.
Jordan 610 read back is correct, thank you.
Thank you.
Queen ground Jordanian 86 Alpha, request taxi.
Jordan 86 Alpha taxi to holding point 26 right, Juliet Hotel, KNH 1014.
Taxi to holding point runway 26 right via Juliet and Hotel, QNH 1014, Jordanian 86 Alpha.
1014, set cross check. Juliet to the left, hotel to the right. Left is
clear.
Left is clear. Right is clear. Let's go. Brakes checked.
Check.
So maximum N1 target for taxi is going to be 40%. We're not allowed to go above this. It's not recommended actually. In case sometimes you had to, for single engine taxi out, sometimes we need some more power. It's a focal deviation. We have to write it down in case we went out of N1, 40% N1. Apron area, maximum speed should be 10 knots during taxi inside the apron. Also for turning, it should be 10 knots. This is on dry taxiway and
so clear to the
dry
left on Juliet.
runways.
Right's clear.
Left is clear. When it's wet taxiway or with any contamination, it's 5 knots for the turn and
Right's
10 knots
clear
straight.
to the right on hotel.
Yes. Left is clear.
Right's clear.
Let's force with the radar, please. And let's revise the clearance.
Okay, runway 26 right, Lucille 6 Delta. We have first restriction Alpha India 601, maximum speed 230 at or above 3,300. Climb flight level 150 and squawk is 110.
Set. Thank you. Nothing has changed since our last calculations and briefing.
Check please.
During taxi, we usually observe the brakes temperature. It's here. The best way for maintaining brakes temperature, usually, it's a technique on most airplanes, such as Embraer and Airbus 320. It's like called 30 knots, 10 knots speed, 30 knots, 10 knots, which means you let the airplane accelerate to 30 knots, then you give it one continuous braking to decelerate it to 10 knots. So the less frequent you press the brakes, you will preserve their temperature. It will not go up. So it's 30, 10, 30, 10. So now I'm accelerating my airplane nearly to 30 knots, then one application of brake to go back to 10. It's not good to ride on the brakes. And the Embraer is unlike the other airplanes. The right seat pilot, he does not have a teller to taxi the airplane. So as you can see, 28 knots, then continuous smooth braking, we bring it down to 10. And in this condition, in such circumstances, very low chance for the brake temperature to go up. To hold short of runway 26, right?
Hold short.
Holding short of runway 26 right, 26 right identified. This is the red bar. You are not allowed under any circumstances to cross a red bar. And if you want to cross the red bar, or if the tower gave us clearance to cross the red bar, we have to confirm with the tower red bar is on. Either he gives us clearance or he does not give us, maybe he has forgotten it, but this is a no-no.
Jordanian 86 Alpha, line up and wait 26 right.
Line up and wait, runway 26 right, Jordanian 86 Alpha.
Line up
So,
and wait.
line up and wait. Before takeoff, please.
26 right,
Event
identified.
23 taxi holding
Sorry,
126
bars.
right, Juliet Hotel, KNH 1014.
Receive via Juliet Hotel, runway 26 right.
Takeoff, okay.
Event 23.
Final is clear.
Runway not clear yet. There is an airplane. Will be clearing the runway soon.
Checked. Before takeoff, checklist brakes temperature.
Checked.
ICAS.
Checked.
Transponder.
TARA. Flight plan my side. Radio side.
Takeoff configuration.
Checked.
Before takeoff, checklist completed. Line up and wait.
Thank you.
CL 1881 vacate the runway by Mike, continue Hotel Juliet North 22.
I try to take the runway from the very fast beginning. The more runway you leave behind is not in your interest. So we take from the beginning.
Can you repeat the parking position, Taven 881?
North 22.
North 22, copy, Taven 881.
Jordanian 86 Alpha, runway 26 right, chassis 12708 knots, airborne 128.9, cleared for takeoff, Amman.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 26 right, airborne 128.9, Jordanian 86.
So we clear for takeoff, airborne 1289er. Are you ready?
Cleared for takeoff, checked.
40, stabilized, Embraer 195, takeoff. Check thrust, please.
Thrust checked.
Check.
V1, protect. Positive climb.
Gear up, please. Select now.
Selected.
Flight level change and autopilot on.
Select.
Flight level change, speed on elevator, autopilot on, and speed via V2 plus 20.
Checked.
Amman, approach صباح الخير, Jordanian 86 Alpha airborne.
Mr. Jet 598, tower 198, heavy landing 26 left.
198, Mansalama 598.
صباح الخير, Jordan 86 Alpha radar, contact confirm final level.
Kindly request flight level 180 as final, Jordanian 86 Alpha.
Continue climb 180, free speed, passing 5,000, 10 left direct back here.
Climb flight level 180, passing 5,000 feet, left direct to Bakir with free speed, Jordanian 86.
Past 5,000. Direct Bakir, please. I'll take it initially as a heading.
Okay, Bakir confirmed.
Yes, affirm.
LNAV available.
Okay, past 5,000. Accelerating VFS.
Checked.
And now is engaged. Flap 0, please.
Speed checked and flap 0.
Speed to 10.
Flap 0.
After takeoff checklist, please.
After takeoff checklist, landing gear is up, starting flap 0. After takeoff checklist completed.
Thank you very much. Okay, 10,000. That's off. And this is off. I'll keep the seat belt on. It's a little bit of turbulence for the passengers and the cabin. Approach transition standard. Set and cross-checked out of 133 now.
Checked.
Okay, I'll have number 1. If you could call Aqaba. Approach 92. Thank you very much. Ask for weather and ask for VOR ILS runway 01 if they have it. Thank you. Okay, back again.
So ILS 01.
Jordan 745, descend 7,1014.
7,1014, Jordanian.
Checked.
745.
KNH 1010.
Libyan 283 Amman.
Also.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sir, Libyan 283.
Yeah, kindly correct your call sign. You are coming as Lima Alpha 283 only. Lima Alpha. Please add Alpha. Lima Alpha
1,000
Alpha.
to go.
We will do that, Libyan
It's better
283.
usually to have first one, last 1,000 speed. VS 1,000 for the last 1,000. Speed on FMS 250. Checked.
How about now?
Now you are coming as Libyan 283, correct.
We send message for our department with the, yes, affirm.
Yeah.
With the departure.
So I'll calculate the performance.
Alt screen. Check.
Bye bye.
Okay, you have to.
1285, bye bye, Jordanian 86 Alpha. Amman control طبعا سير Jordanian 86 Alpha, flight level 180.
صباح الخير. Radar contact, call me for descent.
Call you ready for descent, Jordanian 86 Alpha.
Okay. So, first the seat belt is off, now the weather is good.
Checked.
For our cruise checks, speed 250, 180, 180 with the altitude.
179.
Engine parameters are okay, all checked. And kindly to check the systems your side. Yes. In case of engine failure here, auto throttle off, toga, set TRS power continuous, then we can descend to this level. Let's check. Was 38. Okay, 38,000 with ISA deviation plus 15. 38 plus 15. So we have no restrictions. It's 200. We are already maintaining 180. We need to descend. In case of engine failure, I will turn, go back to Amman. Weather is good. Here is a high terrain area. I will not continue in case of we had in case we had rapid decompression with the memory items, and we will descend, but here is the high terrain area, so we can descend to 11,000, our minimum en route altitude over here.
So now basically I'm going to perform a performance analysis for our landing at Aqaba. Basically we'll input the conditions we have. OJAC is the ICAO identifier for Aqaba. Runway 01, our runway news, and runway condition is dry. The wind is 360 at 14 knots, northerly wind. 360 at 14.
Okay, continue.
And the temperature is 28. We'll be more conservative and increase it to 31. QNH is 1010. It will be flaps 5. Ice accretion, we don't have any ice accretion. The anti-ice is off. Cat 1 will not take credit from thrust reversals.
Yes. We'll make it at 38,000.
Will be
38,000. Yep. Do you need anything? Cockpit? الله يعافيك يا أمل. بدنا سلامتك حبيبتي. Okay, thank you. الله يعافيك. Bye bye.
Speed additive. I'll set basically
5.
احنا عندنا 14 headwind فبحطهم 7 مبدئيا.
Yes.
Okay. So speed additive will be 7 knots. What we get is the landing distance for a variety of auto brake selections.
Yeah.
We check the landing distance, and also with maximum braking to check it's within the landing distance available. We get the VREF, our approach speed, and VFS. AC is the approach climb speed. It's basically the speed that we maintain in case of go around with a single engine during the approach. And the go around climb gradient, in case of one engine inoperative, it's 9.6. For the missed approach, we need 2.5. So that's what we check: the landing speeds, the landing distance, and the one engine operative missed approach climb gradient. Yeah, I'll set the landing speeds.
Yes, and I will check them here.
Check them.
Set them, please.
Set.
Thank you. You have controls?
I have controls.
And communication.
And communications.
I will prepare the airplane for landing. Okay, 133, 14, 133, 133, 138. I will make it 138, and the additive for the wind after checking with the tower with the latest wind. Okay, 182 with low braking. Okay. Okay, so ready for the briefing?
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be VOR ILS runway 01. NOTAMs is checked, nothing on the NOTAMs. Weather is checked, it's great weather. Okay. Today we expect VOR ILS runway 01. It's a high terrain area, so the airport is inside between the terrain. It's inside the terrain, like it's in the middle.
It's in the valley.
It's in the valley, yeah. Exactly. So the minimum safe altitude is 8,000 within the airport reference point. Okay, 25 DME from the airport reference point. And beyond that is going to be minimum en route altitude. We're gonna be 11,000. So for ILS 13 of April dated 2018, confirm you have the same.
Checked.
11-1, 110.1 set my site, and your site to be set because of the DME hold for the VOR. Okay, and airport elevation is 174. 200 is here. Okay. In case of go around, is going to be go around, flaps 2, positive climb, gear up, speed up, FMS, nav FMS, okay? And for the FMS, to follow climb on radial 013, Alpha Cubic Bravo, to 8,000 feet. After passing 6,300, turn right to Bakir and hold, contact ATC. Bakir hold is going to be, follow kindly, left turn 222. Checked?
Yeah.
Okay. For the highest terrain is going to be, it's a mountain on 5,360 to the northeast of the airport. Okay. So at the VOR, we're going to be at Bakir, I will be around 8,000. Okay. Then VOR 6,300 or above. Okay. Then after that, we'll establish on radial 194 outbound is checked until 5 DME. After the VOR, I can descend to 5,000. Okay. Until 5 DME from Alpha Cubic Bravo. I have the DME hold. I will check, double check with the FMS. Okay. After 5 DME, we can descend to 4,000. Then it's going to be procedure 10, 149, and then to the left and right 329. Okay, 329, we can descend 3,200 feet. Okay, after established on heading 329er.
Okay, check.
From there, we will be intercepting the glide slope. So there is two consideration. We have to the left of us Eilat airspace, and to the south is going to be Jeddah FIR. So that's why I put 13 DME arc from Alpha Cubic Bravo, not to exceed it. I set it here, and not to overshoot radial 206 from the VOR also is a consideration. Okay. In case of localizer out, is going to be glide slope. In case of glide slope out, sorry, is going to be localizer only. We'll add 50 to our minimum. It's going to become 730, and we will descend at FPA 3 degrees once intercepting energy. Okay?
Okay.
After landing, we're going to vacate runway 01 via either Delta or Mike. We'll check. Then to the right on Alpha for our apron.
Most probably it will be Mike, right?
Yes, most probably it's Mike. For runway 01, it is 9,843 feet. Okay. And it has high intensity runway light, centerline light, high intensity approach light system with PAPI on the left. Okay. Regarding to our fuel 3.8, we need to land it with 3.1. We have also an extra of 700. And for our first alternate also, we need 1.8. So we have plenty of fuel, around 2,000. Plenty of fuel. We can go back even to Amman with this fuel. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm done with the briefing. Do you have any questions?
Not really.
Do you have anything to add?
I'd like to emphasize that it's a non-radar environment, so we have to strictly adhere to the procedure.
Yes.
We have another airspace to our right, terrain on our left, non-radar environment.
Yes.
And the runway is 45 meters width, so it's narrower than what we are used to actually.
Yes,
so it gives an impression that we are
high.
High.
Illusion. Yeah.
Okay. I've make sure to set the terrain my side because of the terrain in the area.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah, thank you very much. So we're going to start descent after 5 minutes. I will talk to the passengers, inform them with the latest information and the weather at Aqaba. ضيوفنا الأعزاء أسعد الله أوقاتكم بكل خير. معكم الكابتن مرة أخرى. أود الترحيب بكم على متن طائرتنا وإخباركم بآخر أخبار رحلتنا اليوم، حيث سنبدأ بالهبوط التدريجي نحو مطار العقبة بعد 4 دقائق من الآن. نتوقع الوصول بإذن الله تعالى في تمام الساعة 8:30 صباحا بتوقيت عمان المحلي. الطقس في العقبة اليوم جميل جدا ومشمل. درجة الحرارة المتوقع عند الوصول 28 درجة مئوية. أود أن أشكركم أعزائي لاختياركم الملكية الأردنية. أتمنى لكم إقامة ممتعة في العقبة. شكرا لكم ويوما سعيدا. Our dear guests, good morning again. It's your Captain Dima talking to you. I would like to welcome you again on board, inform you the latest information of our flight today, as we shall start our gradual descent towards Aqaba within 4 minutes from now. And we expect to arrive there at 30 minutes past 8 a.m. Amman local time. Weather today at Aqaba is very nice and sunny. Temperature upon arrival will be 28 degrees Celsius. I would like to take this opportunity, my dears, to thank you very much for choosing Jordanian Airlines. Wishing you a very pleasant stay at Aqaba. Thank you all and have a good day. Back with you.
So, welcome back. Pilot discussion descend 9,000 feet from VILS runway 01, confirmed by Bakir. We'll call him outbound leaving Bakir.
Okay, thank you very much.
So basically the procedure is retrieved from the FMS. The aircraft is going to fly it by following the flight management system. However, regulations require us to continuously monitor the approach using GRO data. So we have to tune the VOR frequency, which is Alpha Quebec Bravo, and we have to follow the 193 radial outbound to check that the airplane is following the correct radial for the procedure.
So basically I'm pilot flying and he is pilot monitoring. I fly, he monitor. He should be where we should have high CRM. We talk about everything. We agree on everything. And also he will be monitoring me, and in case of any deviation or anything that he wants to add, or he will advise me actually. So he's monitoring me. They call pilot flying, pilot monitoring. Before it used to be called PF, pilot flying, and PNF, pilot non-flying. But nowadays, in order to emphasize on the necessity of both teamwork and on both inputs and on the high necessity of the CRM in the cockpit, it's called pilot monitoring and pilot flying. It's a new naming.
So it's all about teamwork.
It's all about teamwork.
For the sake of safety.
Exactly. That's why we are two in the cockpit. Yeah, it is very exciting because Aqaba is exactly, it's like a valley, and we have the high mountains here. Look at the mountains. So it's inside, underneath the mountains. It's like in a valley and high terrain around it. Also, it's very close to two FIRs, Eilat and Jeddah. So you have to be very precise when shooting the approach. Also with the side viewing now, you will see these mountains. In 2 minutes, you will see the beautiful sea. So I really love this destination.
So basically you have an FIR to another boundary to our right, which is very close, within 1 nautical mile. And it also has Eilat Airport. To our left we have mountains. Okay, so the procedure is strictly designed to be flown at speed 180 knots, so as to be contained within the protected area. Stay away from the FIR, the other boundary, and to the left the terrain.
Yep.
So the minimum altitude over Bakir, which is the initial approach fix, is 8,000 feet, which is the minimum safe altitude. However, ATC today informed us that there is military activity, so we have to maintain 9,000 feet as minimum altitude.
So we can descend now 6,300 feet.
Checked.
And we had the permission to do the approach with speed 210. We had the permission to do speed 210 or 200 because we don't want to configure the airplane early. If we want to go speed 180, we have to do it with speed, with flaps 1, speed 180, will burn more fuel. So as long as we had the permission, we can do with the clean speed.
10,000.
10,000 check. Approach checks, please.
Approach checks, passenger science panel.
Set on.
Pressurization altimeters.
Altimeters is 1010 set and cross check.
1010 set, cross check. Approach check is completed.
Thank you very much.
You have lock 1 your side and India Alpha, Quebec Alpha.
Identified and your side to go.
To go.
1010 to call him procedure 10 completed inbound.
Check.
So after Aqaba, we can descend to 5,000 feet past Aqaba VOR.
Check. So due to the airspace to the right, we can't shoot or overshoot the
Yes, that's why before doing the procedure 10, I will decelerate and have a speed 180. Thank you.
So radial 206. Radial 206, which is depicted here as well. We have the other side. Look how close it is.
After this point, we can descend to 4,000 feet. Set. Yep. Flaps 1, please. From where?
Code from the ship.
From the ship?
Yeah.
Ship?
Ship.
Yes. So, procedure 10, 149, and we'll start timing 1 minute 15 seconds. So in order not to overshoot, let's have flaps 2, please.
Speed checked, flaps 2.
We don't want to overshoot 13 DME. We don't want to overshoot radial 206. As we said, we have 2 FIR boundaries. As you can see how close we are to the terrain and to the mountains. Alt green. Our altitude, second one is going to be 3,200. Not now, we will descend after we are established on heading 329er. Okay, established on 329er. You can descend now. Flight level change, speed on elevator. So we are clear for the approach. Localizer glide slope armed.
Localizer alive.
Checked. Localizer captured. Advise him kindly. Procedure 10 completed.
Aqaba Jordanian 86 Alpha, procedure 10 completed, established runway 0.
Jordanian 86 Alpha, Roger, continue approach, report 5 miles.
Continue approach, we'll call you 5 miles inbound, Jordanian 86 Alpha.
To continue approach.
Yeah, check.
nacelle, speed on thrust, speed 160, and glide slope is alive. So 1200 maximum, we should be stabilized. I will give myself an extra 500, 1500 above airfield elevation. Glide slope captured.
Checked.
It's going to be 8,000 feet per altitude.
Go around altitude 8,000.
Checked. Gear down, flaps 3 please.
Gear down, speed check, flaps 3. Cabin crew advised.
Check. Flaps 5.
Speed check, flaps 5.
So check the wind with him please and tell him 5 miles out. So we will set the V approach according to the wind.
5 miles about Jordanian 6
Jordanian 6 Alpha, Roger, here you are inside, clear to land runway 01, the wind 01016 knots.
Clear to land runway 01, Jordanian 6 Alpha.
Okay, 01016, let's check how much. On the Embraer, unlike other airplanes, we should correct the V approach according to the wind manually. So we take half crosswind, yes, half crosswind. Let's add 3 knots in this case to our V approach. Is going to be 141.
141.
Okay, it's not like ground speed mini on the Airbus. I flew the Airbus before. For landing checklist.
For landing checklist, landing gear.
Down.
It's down, stand flap.
5 set.
5 set for landing checklist completed.
Check. Thank
Clear
you.
to land.
Clear to land. So it's mostly headwind. And we are approaching 1000 for restabilized.
Last 1000.
Check.
Stabilized. In case of go around, straight ahead 6,300 on radial 013 Alpha Quebec.
Exactly. No turning below reaching 6,300.
Autopilot.
Manual.
Autopilot.
Thank you.
Approaching minimums.
Check.
Minimums.
Continue.
Check. 200.
Checked.
$50, $40, $30, $20, $10.
diesel.
Auto brake.
80 knots.
Check. Going to vacate via mic.
Jordanian 86 Alpha, vacate the runway first right, continue taxi in via Mike and Alpha, alhamdulillah, salam.
Vacate first right and continue taxi Mike Alpha, Jordanian 86 Alpha, I think.
60 knots.
Check. Okay. Left is clear?
To the right on Alpha. Right's clear.
Yep.
Right's clear.
That's clear. APU, please. On. Marshaller inside.
Right's clear.
Left is clear. Forces to turn. Okay, left is clear.
Right is clear.
Lights off, please. Lights off.
Lights off. Right's clear, audible.
Check. Parking brake is set. 2 minutes. Parking brake is set. APU bleed is on. Shutting down 1. Shutting down 2. Fuel flow is 0. ITT going down. And 1. Going to 0. Off. Shutdown loop, please.
Shutdown checklist, parking brake.
Set on.
Engine start, stop selectors.
Stop.
System 3 electric pump alpha.
Off.
Shutdown checklist completed.
Thank you very much.